as you can imagine, these two gentlemen are tightly scheduled, and we've kept on a tight schedule, so we have time for one more question. If you have one you want to throw out here, and then we'll wrap it up with Jamie Allman here in just a second.
All right, I'll choose one that might have short answers, and that is, what do you think about the no labels movement?
The no labels movement.
I like the existence of the no labels movement because, and here we're good. What it means is the Republican brand, which is now, we won't raise your taxes. We have 95% of all Republicans in Congress and the Senate have made a commitment never to raise your taxes, which means when they see a problem, they'll reform government to cost less, not raise taxes to paper it over. That's a powerful brand. And people who can't sell the alternative brand go, in our pharmacy, we're not going to have any labels. And so you just come in and we'll tell you what's inside. I like labels. I want to know when I vote for an elected official what his or her principles and rules are, which is why I invented the pledge, to let you know whether a politician will raise your taxes when there's a problem or reform government when there's a problem. So I think no labels, they're all men and women of the left, by the way, that run the no labels thing. They're not conservatives in the no labels movement because they think the labels they presently have, no one would buy their product. So they want to sell it under no labels. Those of us who have labeled ourselves correctly as people who will not raise your taxes but will reform government, we like labels because they win elections for the candidates who self-identify that way. It's like when you're playing tennis with somebody and they're not doing very well and they say, let's not keep score, okay? The no labels movement is a sign of the left's failure to communicate.
Mr. Nader, labels, no labels?
I think the group is a little, it's hard to figure out. They're just a compromised group. I think Grover made a very important point. This left-right convergence is not splitting the difference. Like the right wants 500 F-35 fighters, the left wants none because they're not needed. So let's split the difference. It's transpartisan. That is, we take principled positions that happen to be the same and combine forces to be unstoppable. I don't see no labels doing that. But Grover's a perfect example of how it takes far less than 1% to grab 95% of the Republicans by the neck and have them take a no tax pledge. But I want them to take another pledge. I want them to take a pledge to root out the massive corporate waste, fraud, and abuse in the federal budget and corporate welfare. If you can do that, Nobel Prize is yours.
Well, and that's why it is the emerging right-left alliance to dismantle the corporate state. Let's give our two excellent presenters another big round of applause. Thank you again to Lindenwood University, to the Hammond Institute, to 97.1, and especially to Jamie Allman, who's going to wrap things up.
Thank you. Tim Jones, thank you very much. Great job. And gentlemen, again, thank you very much for the common sense. We appreciate it very much. And thank you all for coming. We're going to have more of these, so make sure you stay tuned. Out in the lobby, Mr. Nader will be signing copies of his book out in the lobby out there. And also there are a bunch of tables out there of some of the organizations who are behind this event. Thank you again. Have a wonderful evening. Appreciate it very much.